Hola, amigos. Welcome to my 9 week update. I promised you guys during week 9 or at the end of week 9, I would give you a quick update on my new labs because I just had my yearly physical. My doctor's like, I don't know what you're doing, but keep doing it because your numbers look great and it's awesome, and your blood pressure's down and your cholesterol's down and your HbA1c is fine. So keep doing what you're doing, is exactly what I've been told. So, with that said, I will get right into the other video, but don't forget to subscribe and to give me the old thumbs up. And hey, man, if you're getting value from this, think about all the money that you've spent in your life trying to diet, trying to get healthy. And I'll put the QR code up here for the Buy Me a Coffee. Help me keep this free because you don't know whose life this might change beyond me and hopefully yourself. So if you get value from these things, help me keep it free by buying me a coffee. I'll also leave a link down in the description. And, hey, I would love to hear your comments. I would love to hear what you guys are thinking about this. Take me along for your journey, because I'm sharing this because it changed my life and I know it has the power to change other people's lives. So I'm going to cut away to the lab video. Hopefully you've seen my previous lab video. So these are my labs from January 13th, 2025 after my yearly physical. And I'll put that video in right about here. All right, guys, here we go. This is the new, as of January 13th, 2025, my new blood work. I told you I just had my yearly physical. If you've seen the other video, go back, or if you haven't seen the other video, go back and look at it. Um, these 2 years here were when I was on the vegan diet. Then I got off the vegan diet, and then I got pretty sad. By May 17th, 2024, I was on the standard American diet, hardcore. And that's when I discovered the blueprint. And I had my doctor check after I'd been on the blueprint 100 days, October 28th, 2024. And I walked you through all these numbers before. Now, I mentioned before that from around about Thanksgiving was when I got off the blueprint completely. And I said, you know what? I've got this. I feel so great. I've lost 55 pounds, blah, 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 blah. I have it under control, man. Well, that was not the truth. I did not have it under control. And especially after injuring my knee at the end of February and then having to spend all of March and the beginning of April basically not doing anything, 10 weeks. I had started drinking again, unfortunately heavy at times because I was depressed because I wasn't sure if I was going to be having surgery, yada, yada, yada. I was eating not necessarily horribly, but, oh, excuse me. When I drink, I tend to continue snacking. And that's what was happening is I was drinking in the evenings, and even after dinner it would be like, oh hey, let's have a little Debbie, oh hey, let's have some nuts, oh hey, let's have some popcorn. And then maybe I'd get involved in a movie because I didn't have anything to get up the next day for except to take my son to school, so it was like whatever, I can do whatever I want. And I'd continue having a couple more beers, and I'd go, hey, you know what, let's make some popcorn. um and that type of thing. And then April 14th, 2025, I said enough's enough because I got on the scale and I was like, holy cow, like 30 pounds have come back on. That tells you how bad I was eating during that few months. 30 pounds had come back to haunt me. And I went, enough's enough. And I got back into the blueprint. And because I was starting a different channel on YouTube, I was like, you know what? Hey, maybe I should share this with people because I can't believe how well it worked before. And to be honest with you, it keeps me a little more accountable, having to get on here every week and tell you guys how I'm doing and, encourage you guys to do well and stuff like that. Now, I had to cut this from the report didn't print as nicely as I thought it would the last time. Unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, but the app that my health system uses, made by Epic, does not allow you to do screenshots. Like if you do a screenshot while you're in that app, it comes out totally black. You can't do anything, but they give you the ability to download any of your test results. So I have here the downloaded test results and it put it on 2 sheets. So I was like, well, I'll just cut this one out and add it to the end. And then it turned out a different size. And I was like, I don't know how to fix that. So let's run with it. From April 16th, 2021 to October 28th, 2024, y'all have already seen that on the other video. If you haven't, like I said, go over and check the other video out. This is the 9 weeks. 9 weeks, not even to the end of the ninth week. Now remember, I had gone completely back sad. I'd completely just thrown the diet out the window. Oh, woe is me. I'm nursing a bad knee. I'm drinking too much. I'm eating way too much. I'm eating late, which definitely violates the pauper part of the King Prince Pauper rule. So, I wish I had done a blood test then when I got on, but I did not. But this is just 9 weeks. So I had theoretically been driving these numbers back up because of how bad I was eating. So, in other words, they didn't come down by the nasty food that I was stuffing in my face and all the alcohol I was drinking. I'm here to be honest with you guys. I'm not gonna pull punches and go, oh well, I had a beer. No, I could drink 10 beers in a night and not think twice about it. So the 9 weeks just happened to fall when my yearly physical was already scheduled, and these are my LDL numbers. 171 when I was on the blueprint before, 160 total cholesterol. My HDL cholesterol, which is the good cholesterol, I don't know why, but I have always, always, all my life, every time I get my HDL cholesterol checked, it's always low, according to them. But I mean, I eat olives, I eat avocados, I eat, I'm eating healthy fats, so I'm not sure why my HDL remains low. But the LDL cholesterol, the bad cholesterol, was what at 104. 9 weeks into the blueprint this time around, I'm down to 93, which is completely out of the range of high. I'm below the 99 uh, milligrams per deciliter. So completely normal LDL cholesterol. Triglycerides. Now, this is where it gets kind of screwed up here. My triglycerides. Now, this is where we can see that I was eating and drinking as much as I was for those few months because I was down at 134 after 100 days on here. And triglycerides are typically the one that will rise the fastest and the highest when you're eating poorly. So it's the for whatever reason, when I cut this out, it didn't do it right. Anyways, stay with me here, guys. This is the triglycerides here. 152, 134. So my triglycerides are technically high right now, but you'll see that the normal range is less than 149. So when they say high, it's not like it's out of control. It's not like it's way up there, 235 like it had when I was really into the standard American diet. And then it gets a little bit harder for me to understand here, so bear with me. The non-HDL cholesterol was 128, and it's supposed to be less than 120. Now it's 120, and they're telling me it's high because it's right on the less than. So my non-HDL cholesterol is better than it was on the original blueprint. So, and this is the CHOL to HDL ratio. Guess what? I'm going to have to do some research because I'm not sure what exactly that means. but it gives us a normal range of 0 to 4.0. Well, I was 4.0 then. I was 4.3 when I was when I was SAD, when I was standard American dieting before I found the blueprint the first time. And I'm back at 4. So I don't know how quickly that one moves. I'll have to do a little research on that. But that is my cholesterol. I'm telling you, this stuff works and it works quickly. It's if you're on medications, please consult with your doctor because there is a good chance that within 9, 10, 12 weeks, you may not have a need for those medications, or you may need to be on a reduced dose of those medications. So don't slouch on this. Like the way that you eat on the blueprint just eliminates cholesterol. It eliminates sugar. It eliminates all these things that bring your numbers back into normal ranges rather quickly. So let's quickly skip over to, whoops, this one, which is the HbA1c. And this one printed on a nice little graph for me. And I didn't go ahead and put lettering on this and stuff like that because it's the same dates. October 28th was the 100 days on the original blueprint. My HbA1c was 5 after it had been 5.6, 5.4, 5.4. So this is the 9 weeks, June 13th, 2025, still at 5. Now, HbA1c measures a whole length of period of time, and for me to see that it's at 5, even though I was eating as poorly as I was, because let me tell you what, the little Debbie's were in the cupboard. And if they were in the cupboard, they were in my mouth, especially at night. So I know I was eating a lot more sugar and a lot more things that were bad for me. And yet, 9 weeks into this new round, I'm seeing that my HbA1c is like, hey, we're all right, you know? Um, So again, I can't overstate this. I had to make a new video called Start Here just to tell people like, look, if you are medicated for blood pressure, cholesterol, diabetes or pre-diabetes, get with your doctor because this blueprint will change your numbers and it will change your numbers rapidly. Even though you're full, even though you don't feel like snacking, even though you're not eating the standard American diet. So just be wary of that. I can't stress it enough. And that's it for my update on my lipids. I'll let you back to the regular video and hey, I can't wait to hear some of you guys' numbers in the comments. All right, welcome back. I don't really have a whole lot more for you. I mean, I finished week 9. I started week 10 this morning. Week 10 this morning, I'm down 26.5 pounds. So I lost 2.5 pounds last week. And I'm feeling great. And hopefully you can kind of see from some of the earlier videos that, my face is looking a little less fat and my shoulders are getting a little less wide and all those types of things. I should start putting up some photos of before and after, but I can't really do before now. I'm down 26.5 pounds. So I'm just not real great at taking photos of myself. You know what? I stopped doing it years ago because I was a fat guy who wants to take pictures of themselves, but anyways, I hope you got value from this today, guys. Remember to subscribe, come along for the journey. Give me the old thumbs up. Spread this out far and wide because you don't know whose life this could possibly change the way that it changed my life and the way that I hope it's changing your life. Come with me. I'm on this journey with you. Right now, I am filming these videos as I am losing weight, as I am following this plan. And I'm not doing a buy my pill or I'll give you the real secret for $297 on this after this webinar. So help me out. Buy me a coffee. I'll put the QR code up there if you want to snap that. Otherwise, you know what? The link's in the description. The link is on the main page at SpainImpossible.com. Please, if you got value from this, help me keep this free. because somebody somewhere will have their life changed by this video, and if I have to start putting it behind a paywall, they might not be able to pay for it. So just help me keep it free. That's all I'm asking. I will see you guys on the next one. Remember, come along for the journey, because it is going to be one hell of a journey. And I am right here with you guys on your journey.